The infinite library, a place of endless entertainment and knowledge. Presence.
History of libraries. History of humanity.
From ancient times to the modern era, libraries have been sanctuaries of knowledge. But before exploring some fascinating facts about these places of wisdom and the preservation of stories, let's review what the Spanish language dictionary by the Royal Spanish Academy tells us. The word library has the following core meanings: an institution whose purpose is to acquire, preserve, study, and exhibit books and documents. A place housing a considerable number of books arranged for reading. It seems like a simple and straightforward definition, but for places like these to exist, it took a long history, effort, and even significant investments of time and money, not to mention overcoming disasters and the trials of life and time. Scroll ancient foundations of libraries. Mesopotamia was one of the first civilizations to establish projects dedicated to safeguarding documents and stories. The earliest libraries were clay tablet archives inscribed in cuneiform script, used to record transactions and myths like the Epic of Gilgamesh. This work explores universal themes like friendship, the fragility of life, and the relationship between mortals and gods. It is the oldest epic preserved in coherent form and laid the groundwork for narrative traditions that would influence later epics like Homer's. Books libraries around the world. Egypt used papyrus written with vegetable ink. Libraries were in temples and palaces called houses of life. The Book of the Dead, one of its most emblematic texts, was a compilation of spells, incantations, and funerary instructions to guide the deceased into the afterlife. Its original title in Egyptian meant Book of Emerging into Daylight, or Spells to Come Forth by Day. China invented paper in the 2nd century CE. Persia, known for administrative archives in Persepolis, written in multiple languages. Greece. Books gained cultural value through alphabetic writing, democracy, and education. Libraries emerged alongside book trading, with the Library of Alexandria becoming the most famous, housing manuscripts from various civilizations. Rome developed public and private libraries. Seneca criticized those who collected books for decoration without reading them. Middle Ages. Libraries retreated to monasteries, where monks copied manuscripts. Written culture was preserved, though mainly religious texts were kept, and access was limited. A Renaissance and modern age. Gutenberg's invention of the printing press in the 15th century made books more accessible. University and specialized libraries appeared, and humanism encouraged reading and dissemination of knowledge. Digital era. Since the 1960s, computerization has transformed libraries. Today, there are digital libraries, open access, and automated classification systems. Libraries serve as centers of culture, inclusion, and learning, with global access through the internet, a concept unimaginable just decades ago.
Curious facts about libraries. Palafoxiana Library, Puebla, Mexico. Founded in 1646, considered the first public library in the Americas. It preserves its original Baroque furniture and holds incunables and 17th century manuscripts. Incunable comes from Latin incunabula, meaning in the cradle, referring to the infancy of modern printing. The Gutenberg Bible, printed between 1453 and 1455 in Mainz, Germany, is considered the first incunable. Central Municipal Library of Kobe, Japan. Renovated after the 1995 Great Hanshin earthquake, it was equipped with seismic insulation. The building remained intact during the quake and served as an emergency center. University of Valparaiso Library, Chile. Opened in 2012 with cutting-edge seismic standards, it withstood an 8.3 magnitude earthquake in 2015 without cracking. National Library of Sweden holds the Codex Gigas, also known as the Devil's Bible, a massive medieval manuscript weighing about 75 kilograms, adorned with miniatures and linked to the legend of a monk who made a pact with Satan to complete it in a single night. Buenos Aires, Argentina. A rumor persists that the ghost of Eva Perón haunts the National Library, wandering between shelves guarding her favorite texts. While unproven, the tale remains alive among parts of the population.
The soul of libraries. Libraries hold collections classified in areas like general works, philosophy and psychology, religion and theology, social and political sciences, language and linguistics, pure sciences, applied sciences, technology and medicine, arts and recreation, literature, geography, and history. People consult materials across these areas, often available in multiple languages. Libraries also have their rhythm. On some days, they seem deserted, with just a few wandering through the aisles. On other days, the shelves house not just books, but dozens or hundreds of souls exploring the catalog of stories and knowledge. More than buildings filled with books, libraries embody the history of life, humanity, society, and individuals. A person's physical remains may last a few decades or centuries, mummies being a rare exception. Many historical figures have lost graves, and their resting places remain unknown. But libraries tell their stories, their successes and failures, hardships and laughter, love and joy. To step inside a library and dive into the pages of its books is to enter a portal leading to any place, any time, to connect with souls from the distant past. They share their wisdom and emotions, some stories true, others fantastical, but each reveals how they understood and lived life. As of this video's publication, the Infinite Library has created content on philosophy, psychology, literature, history, employment, and recreation. The catalog will continue to grow, and through these topics, you can interact with the spirit and legacy of figures like Mary Shelley, Edgar Allan Poe, Sylvia Plath, Peter Abelard and Heloise, Albert Einstein, Sigmund Freud, and others who helped shape modern science, entertainment, literature, and countless areas of daily life. The Infinite Library invites you to continue exploring the realms of imagination, creativity, and dreams through its content and through any library of your choice. And remember, through our creative writing workshop, we can guide you to create your own book based on your life story, a document that will transcend time and connect you with future generations and other souls, long after your body has left the world of the living.